Hello and welcome to episode 100. This is episode 100 of Legal Imposters. I am so excited and I have got the perfect topic for such a monumental milestone. 100 episodes, people. If you're new to me, if you've just discovered me, this is a really good time to dig into some of the past episodes. There is a whole library of free resources, free information for you that I've been rolling out every single week for a good few years now, and it's all here for you on the podcast. But back to today's episode. So what better topic to cover in this episode than be the first? Specifically, I want to talk to you about how that, let's for now call it an expression, right? How that expression, or how that, what it actually is a call to action that I give you, how it makes you feel. Like, how does it make you feel to hear me say be the first? How does it make you feel to be invited to think, I'm not the only one, I'm the first? Now, context for this episode, this particular slant on Be the First, and what I want to address specifically, comes, as it so often does, from my clients inside Be the First. That's my signature my signature career coaching program for mid to senior level Black lawyers that helps you to progress to the next level, to get that promotion that you know is like next on your, it's the most next obvious step for you. Nearly fumbled my words then. I'm so excited about episode 100. Words are just tumbling out of my mouth. So what Be the First does, the coaching program, it's for mid to senior level Black lawyers. It helps you get promoted in a nutshell, right? So inspiration for this episode, as it often does, it comes from inside Be the First and the coaching that I have been doing. And not so long ago, I was coaching a client on the Be the First mindset, which I teach you. When you join Be the First, we do a lot of work on your mindset. Mindset is key. Yes, you get the strategy. You absolutely get the blueprint for progressing to the next level, for going to that promotion. But you also get what is absolutely essential, and you cannot make the progress you're capable of without this. It's the Be the First mindset. This is what I teach you. A way of thinking about yourself in the world, about thinking about yourself in your career, about thinking about what your potential is, about thinking about yourself as a Black lawyer in a white corporate world. This is what we cover in the Be the First mindset. And what I do inside Be the First is help you to develop and hone and internalize the incredibly powerful messaging of what it means to be the first, and really connect with your unique value and capability. Right, I'm digressing a bit here. Let me get back to this particular client. So in one of our sessions, what she said to me was that she's loves like Be the First as a message, the mindset. She can see how it all fits together alongside the strategy that I teach, but it makes her feel pressure. Those were her words. I was challenging her on some of the actions that she had committed to taking, she decided she wanted to take as part of her strategy for positioning herself for promotion under my guidance with my teaching inside the program. But she wasn't taking this action and kept sort of avoiding it and delaying it. So I was coaching her on why she was getting stuck. And her response was that she was feeling pressured. The idea of being the first made her feel pressured. And as a result of that, she wasn't taking action, doing what she knows she needs to do in order to progress to the next level. And therefore, she was feeling and staying stuck after a good couple of months. So this episode of Legal Imposters is going to be perfect for you if you can absolutely relate to that. If you've heard me talk about being the first, if you've heard me or had some teachings from a previous podcast or from a blog or from social media where I've said, you're not the only one, you're the first. This is the thought you want to have about yourself. I'm the first. So when you think that, when you hear me call you to be the first and you feel pressure, then this episode, my friend, is exactly what you need. I mean, some of you, and I don't want to miss some of you out because for lots of you, and you tell me this, hearing me call you to be the first you having that mindset, I'm the first, and having that thought, practicing that thought, and using that thought to as a lens through which to approach the challenges that you may encounter on the way to the next level, or also how to approach the action that you need to take using Be the First as a lens, which is exactly what I teach you to do, using it, getting into the mindset. For a lot of you, it makes absolute sense. You are totally bought into it, and it actually ignites a fire in you. You are fully tapped into the meaning and the power of this message. If this is you, do not go away. There are going to be things I cover in this episode which are going to, at the very least, reaffirm the incredible power of this mindset, the incredible transformation that is created when you approach your career with the thought, I'm the first, when you really buy into this messaging and this philosophy that I teach you. So if you're fully on board with Be the First and you're like in the throes of taking action from that place, stay tuned. It's still going to be really useful to you to have that message reinforced. And then if you're new to me or you've been struggling with this, then this is absolutely who I had in mind when I decided to create this episode. And I want, whoever you are, whichever of those camps that you are in, I want you to be very, very excited, because this simple call to action, this simple philosophy, way of seeing the world, way of operating in the world, way of being in the world as you encounter other people, as you go to work, as you take action on your career, as you move up the corporate ladder, this is transformational. And as long as you keep coming back to this call to action, to this philosophy, to be the first, as long as you keep coming back, you will continue to have transformation after transformation. You will continue to grow. You will move up into bigger and more senior rooms and whiter rooms, and you will know exactly what to do when you get there. You will feel at ease when you get there. You will know in your bones that you belong there. So it's incredibly powerful, and I'm excited for you to be really reconnecting or connecting for the first time to this powerful message. So here's what you're going to learn. The simple takeaway I want for you. Be the First isn't about pressure. It's about power. Every time you hear it, it's going to ignite something in you. It's going to set off a fire in your belly, a desire for more, to keep progressing, to keep growing, to fulfill your potential. And it's going to set off a belief, and this is the essential bit, not just the desire for more and to achieve and to move up to the next level, but actually also critically the belief that you have the power to create it. This is what you're going to get out of this episode. You can see why I'm so excited, right? So let's just slow down a minute and backtrack, because I want to be really clarify what we mean by Be the First. What is Be the First? So for those of you who are new to me, I am the Black Lawyers Coach. I am Caroline Flanagan. I'm the Black Lawyers Coach, and I teach you how to progress to the next level in your career, and I coach you every step of the way. So you get the teaching, I teach you the strategy, I give you the coaching to make sure you stay on track, right? And I also teach you and give you the tools and help you develop the skills that you need along the way to have the most kind of direct and effective and efficient route to that next level of promotion, whatever your goal is. So I'm the Black Lawyers Coach. I help you to progress to the next level, and I coach you every step of the way. Now, how I do this is by teaching you my philosophy, my way of being in the world, my way of viewing the world, my way of thinking about myself as I interact with the world, the challenges that it throws up, the obstacles that I face and I have to overcome. This is what I teach you as being the solution to all of that. The solution that helps you move forward and take the action that will get you to your goal, and the solution that helps you overcome the obstacles that you encounter, that helps you be bigger than the circumstances that you find yourself in. Be it the circumstance of being the only Black lawyer in your group or in your team, or be it the circumstance of being one of a number, but still feeling like you're the only one. This philosophy I teach you is you're not the only one, you're the first. And I call on you to be the first, to adopt this philosophy, have it be the lens through which you operate, through which you see the world, right? And that is the key to your success. That is the answer to achieving success in a white world. It's something I learned to do from a very early age. I'm teaching you both from my own personal lived experience, but also from the experience and expertise of being a highly developed, highly experienced coach of the last something like 17 or 18 years. So the combination of those things makes me very well equipped to give you a blueprint for success, my friend, in a white world. And I'm so excited always to be sharing that with you. So what does this mean in practice for you? Here's what it means. Be the first is you adopting the mindset. I've talked about that. By mindset, I mean literally how you're thinking about yourself as a black lawyer in a white corporate world, how you think about yourself in relation to the rooms you go into, the career aspirations that you have, the challenges you face. So it's the mindset, and it's also the strategy. Literally the steps I give you, and there are 5 of them that guarantee your progress, right, in your career. You follow these 5 steps, you develop the skills, and you apply and implement them, you will progress. That is the big promise of Be the First. So I want to encourage you, if you are a mid to senior level black lawyer for whom I've created Be the First, the coaching program, and you want to progress your career this year, I mean, we're coming into the last quarter of 2025 at the time of recording. So we also want to be thinking about where you want to be in 2026. If you have promotion in your sights, if you have progression in your sights, it might not be a promotion, it might actually just be progressing to a level where you have much better sense of balance within your career. You can do your day job with ease. You have more confidence in who you are. All of those things, my friends, are symbols of progress, right? They are forms of progress, and very worthy types of progress they are too. So whatever form of progress you're looking for, if you are a mid to senior level black lawyer, this is the room you want to be in. Be the first. So inside that room, you learn the mindset, and I give you the strategy. So be the first then, now that I've explained what it is, and now for those of you especially who are new, you're going to start to see it and hear it everywhere. I am always and constantly and consistently giving you 100 different ways to experience this message, to hear this philosophy, to think about and reflect on, adopt it for yourself and see just how powerful it is. So you'll find it in the book called Be the First. You'll find it in if you've ever been to any of my keynote talks where there's been a focus on helping you to develop as diverse talent or black talent, I talk about it in my keynote talks. Also on Legal Imposters, obviously the podcast, I talk about it so much excitedly, and this is a bit of a spoiler alert. I wasn't planning to share this with you, but I can't help myself. There's also going to be, in 2026 coming, is the Be the First podcast, where I'm going to be interviewing inspirational people of colour on their experiences and the meaning for them of being the first, so you can learn and hear from them. It's so fantastic. I'm so excited. That's a little bit of a spoiler, or a teaser rather, for what's to come. But my point here is you will find this messaging that I deliver, it threads through everything that I teach, every social media post that I do or reel that you will come across. There is underlying it, what threads and connects them all together is Be the First, this philosophy. So now we know exactly what Be the First is, and you know that we have a coaching program, or I have a coaching program for mid to senior level lawyers called Be the First, where I teach you this mindset and this strategy. Now let's talk about why this is so important. Why is Be the First the key to your success in a white corporate world? And my answer to that is, if you are willing to adopt it, it will change everything for you. It will change how other people see you and treat you. It will change how you see yourself and treat yourself. It is about you recognizing and believing in how valuable you are, how unique, how extraordinary you are, that you are one of a kind. Now, this philosophy, it hasn't just been life-changing for me, it's also been life-changing for so many of my clients. And it will change your life too. If you are willing to adopt it, lean into it, have a little bit of courage in like following through with it, being willing to commit to it, and actually, I wanted to say like invest, that's what the word is, I was looking for it. Invest in it, invest yourself, invest your belief, invest your money in joining Be the First because of the value it's going to bring you. Okay, so let's talk about then this pressure that so many of you, not so many, but like some of you may feel when you hear me call you to be the first. The very same pressure that a client inside Be the First was saying she was feeling that was stopping her from taking action, and therefore being the reason why she's feeling stuck, why she's not like progressing the way she should, fulfilling her potential. So what I'm seeing is, or hearing is, you are inspired by the idea of being the first. I'm hearing that all the time. But when it comes to implementing it, so that strategy and that mindset, you feel pressure or you feel afraid. And because of that fear, because of that pressure, just like my client, you're not taking action. You're not implementing the Be the First philosophy. You're not taking the action you need to take to progress to the next level. Action like being visible. Action like building relationships with people who are different to you. That's two of the like vital but simple steps, right, to progressing to the next level. You're not showcasing your value. These things you're like, you know you need to do, but you're not doing them because when I ask you to step into your Be the First mindset, you feel pressure and you feel afraid. And the inevitable result of that is, of course, you're not progressing to the next level and you're not achieving the rewards, the recognition, the respect that you absolutely deserve and are capable of. So the first thing I want to say to you, just to slow things down right now before we get to the solution I want to offer you that's going to just free you from all of that, free you from getting stuck. The first thing I want to say is nothing's gone wrong, right? Feeling pressure, feeling fear, especially when called on to do what you need to do or to, when given a step-by-step process as I give you to achieve your goal, like it's really normal to feel pressure. I was actually talking to my eldest son, Dylan, about this in a fantastic conversation we were having yesterday evening. And we were discussing people who know what they need to do. And this discussion was led by him, actually. It was interesting. He was talking about some of his friends, know what they need to do to materially improve either their situation or their life or their health, and yet they don't do it. And there's all sorts of reasons for that. But two very common reasons are feeling the pressure of it, feeling afraid of it, afraid of what will change. So even if you aren't satisfied or you are feeling stuck with where you are in your career right now, even if you're feeling powerless with where you are right now because of the circumstances around you, me giving you a blueprint for overcoming, getting past those circumstances, a blueprint for taking those steps that will lead you to your goal, that on its own isn't enough if like the thought of doing that, the thought of who you will become, the thought of what it will mean has to change, like if that is holding you back. And I just want to offer that that's really common, it's really normal. I see it all the time. I experience it in different areas of my life, right? Be it different types of exercise that I just know would make such a big difference and change things about me. Sometimes I feel afraid and that stops me from taking action. And I think a lot of the time the fear is less about failing and much more about succeeding. That's such an interesting way to look at it, like turn it on its head. Like how many times have you sat down and really thought about like, why am I not taking this action? And what's really behind that, you realize is that, well, what will happen if it works? Who will I be? Like recognizing yourself as someone incredibly powerful who can blaze a trail, who can be the first, is quite daunting, is quite scary when you are so used to thinking about yourself as being perhaps a victim, or thinking about yourself as being at the mercy of your circumstances, or being powerless. So being asked to step into this more powerful identity by believing you're the first, by hearing the messaging behind be the first, adopting that philosophy, it's a lot. So nothing has gone wrong if you feel fear, if you feel pressure. But the good news is solving for this, changing those feelings for you, changing your experience of this philosophy so that you can adopt it, lean into it, internalize it, and then use it to fuel the action that you take to progress your career. The good news is the solution is really simple. What I want to invite you to do in order to remove the pressure and instead feel the power of this philosophy is to just change your thoughts. Change how you think about be the first. Change how you think about the idea of being the first. I must be thirsty. I'm going to drink some water. That was like a Freudian slip. Okay, should get my words out straight now. So the simple solution is to change your thoughts, change how you think about being the first. Right now, what's underlying this feeling of pressure and fear is you think that be the first is some sort of obligation to do something or to take lots of action, but specifically to do something. This is what I've heard. So you think it's an obligation to be first past the post. You think it's an obligation to be a role model. You think it's an obligation to bring others up behind you. You think it's an obligation to open doors. It feels heavy because of how you're thinking about it. Your misunderstanding, or it's like too narrow an interpretation of this philosophy. Be the first is never about being the first past the post. It's never about the achievement of being the first one across the finish line. It's not about doing it all. It's not an obligation to act. It's simply an invitation. I mean, it's a strong one. It's a call to action. But really, I'm just inviting you to believe. So it's not an obligation to act. It's an invitation to believe. Believe what? I hear you say. What am I supposed to believe in, Caroline? Believe in who you are. Believe you are the first. One of a kind. There's no one like you. Believe that places like this where you are need someone like you. Believe you can be who you can't see. Believe you're the one they need. Believe you add value to the room just being in the room. That's how unique and valuable you are and extraordinary you are. There's no one like you. No one can do what you do, how you do it. No one else brings the life experience that you bring, the values, the cultural upbringing that's informed who you are, the failures you've had to overcome, the challenges that you have faced, the hopes and dreams that you have, the sense of purpose that is within you. Nobody else has this combination of things, brings them all together in one whole, complete person, the person that is you. And so when I call on you to be the first, I'm inviting you to believe all of those things about you at such a deep level. Believe how unique you are and believe that that makes you uniquely valuable. That's all it is. So just change your thought from thinking it's an obligation to do something and actually understanding it's an invitation to believe. Believe in who you are. So the next time you hear be the first, every time you hear be the first, every time I invite you to adopt this philosophy, to think I'm the first, remind yourself this isn't about doing. This is about believing. I'm calling on you to believe in you, in your capability, in your power, in your value. Here's what's going to happen when you're willing to adopt this and internalize it and see your world through the be the first lens. When you believe in yourself at this deeper level, and you can always bring yourself to the thought, I'm the first, you won't feel pressured. The pressure will evaporate. You will feel empowered. I'm the first will empower you, not pressure you. And when you think that, when you have those thoughts, I'm the first, and you buy into those, you believe them, you have adopted them, what will happen is you'll recognize how powerful you are. And you will realize and demonstrate, prove to yourself that you can be bigger than any circumstance. This is the ultimate truth, my friend. It's also the ultimate power. To know you are capable at that level. You can be bigger than any circumstance. You can overcome any challenge, any limitation, bounce back from any setback. When you have such deep belief in your value and how much you have to give, how valuable you are, then everything else just melts away. Everything else gets really small. Circumstances like you not being able to see, not being able to see any role models, people who look like you. Circumstances like you not being included, like it not being an inclusive environment. Circumstances like you experiencing or being exposed to racism, microaggressions. Circumstances like that make you feel or fear that your authenticity is under threat and think that you can't be yourself. Those things stop being these enormous, massive boulders in your way, stopping you from progressing, because you have this strong philosophy, this deep belief in who you are and the value you bring and how uniquely capable you are and extraordinary you are. Those big boulders suddenly become small pebbles. They are bumps along the road. I was laughing with my brilliant assistant Louise. If you've reached out to me for any calls or any work, you will have met Louise and come across her, and we have just such fantastic conversations and come up with these great metaphors for things together. And bumps in the road, not massive boulders in your way, just bumps in the road. This is what the Be the First philosophy empowers you, arms you with, or enables you rather to do. To just shrink all of those circumstances that feel right now too big or too strong or too hard. All of those reasons why it feels you can't move forward. Why you feel you are left behind. Why you feel under-recognized or undervalued. Why you feel you can't get, or you're experiencing you can't get the work allocation or the support or the promotions. All those big things that feel like big boulders right now are reduced to bumps in the road. And you can just roll right over or navigate around, my friend. Yeah, this is the power of Be the First. So it's not at all any kind of obligation. It is simply an invitation to step into your power, really, to realize how powerful you are. That's why the emotion it will produce in you is power, not pressure. Yeah, and all of that means, like being able to overcome and get over those now bumps in the road. It means for you not just achieving your goal of promotion to the next level, it means you achieving whatever you set your mind to. Any dream you want to or dare to have is within your capability when you have a philosophy, a way of looking at the world, a way of seeing yourself in the world, a way of being in the world in the face of circumstances that are challenging or setbacks, things that seem difficult to overcome, failures. Yeah, when you are the first and you have that as your self-concept, way of thinking about yourself, anything is possible, my friend. You will achieve the respect, the reward and the recognition that drives so much of what you do, and certainly drove me to enter this profession, right? I know drove so much of you. All of that is going to be available to you through this philosophy. This is the key. So I'm so excited to have shared that with you as episode number 100. It's so significant. I hope that this has landed with you with the power and the impact that it contains, that it has had for me, that it's having for clients inside Be the First. I hope if you felt any kind of resistance to it up until now, what I've shared with you today has landed and has just helped to dissolve that pressure, dissolve any fear, helped you to really understand what Be the First is, and that invitation to believe in yourself and to choose empowering thoughts about yourself, which really fuel you to show up at your highest level and go for what you want, knowing that there's nothing that can stop you from achieving it. All right, don't go away. I want to share with you, I'm excited to share with you that Be the First, the next class of Be the First, right, the next cohort, we kick off in September. It's now the 13th of August, so it's not very far away. I cannot wait to invite you to join the next cohort. So what I'm going to be doing is opening enrollment for the September 2025 cohort. I'm opening enrollment on the 21st of August. That is a week tomorrow. So save the date. That's the first thing I want you to do. In order to help you to both learn the details of what is in the Be the First coaching program, also to understand sort of ask me questions about and engage with the philosophy, the Be the First philosophy, how it works, how you implement it, the mindset, the strategy, all of that. I'm going to be delivering a webinar for you on the 21st, so on the first day of enrollment into the coaching program. And in that webinar, I will be talking about Be the First, the mindset, and I will be giving you the 5 simple steps to positioning yourself for promotion. Okay, so I'll be talking you through everything so you know exactly what's going to be coming up. When you join in September, you're going to know exactly what we cover, exactly what we do. And I'll be able to answer any questions or doubts or uncertainties you have about the program on that webinar. So save the date, it's the 21st of August. Make sure you are following me on either LinkedIn, Instagram, or TikTok. Or if you're not on social media so much, join my mailing list. I'm going to put a link in the comments here to joining my mailing list. So give me your email to make sure you don't miss the announcement of when enrollment is open. Tell your friends, tell everybody, tell your peers, join together, right? I have only 10 spots available, okay? So don't put this off, don't delay, don't wait and see. Like, make a decision now. Like, my job as your coach is to compel you to decide and take action now. Otherwise, we'll be here this time next year and you will still be thinking about it. You'll still be that mid to senior level lawyer thinking, do I want to progress? Shall I go for partnership? Oh, but what about this? Oh, but I'm stuck with this challenge. Oh, except that next year you're going to start to be feeling left behind, right? Next year you're going to start to be feeling more of the frustration of what feels like insurmountable obstacles right now. It's just going to be more frustrating because you haven't been taking the action. You haven't stepped into actually moving forward to solve for those challenges and really giving yourself a chance to fulfill your potential. So we're going to change all of that. I'm going to be working really, really hard over the next week to 2 weeks to really answer all of your questions about Be the First and show you why, honestly, it is. What I love about it is literally one action that you need to take. It's not like 15 actions, things you need to do to progress your career. You only need to do one, and that's Be the First. I'm going to repeat that. You only need to do one, which is join Be the First. Like, when you join Be the First, that's when I teach you how to be the first and I give you the strategy. All of that bit I take care of. I lead you every step of the way. So the only thing you have to do right now is take that next step and actually just go for it. I know so many of you are thinking about joining Be the First, waiting for the right time, waiting sometimes for something you're not even sure what you're waiting for. The waiting, my friend, it's time to stop waiting. It's time to move forward. It's time to get new information. It's time to join Be the First, right? And start to move yourself forward. Start to build some momentum in your career. That's what we want. That's the business we're in inside Be the First. All right, so I've been really clear about your next steps. Make sure you're following me on social media or join my mailing list, or both. I would hope and expect you to be doing both of those things so that you're learning more and more every single day about Be the First and how powerful it's going to be for you. And most importantly, put the 21st of August in your calendar right now and put that it's to be the first webinar, and you want to come to that webinar. It's at lunchtime. It's going to be at 1 p.m. UK time. Come to the webinar, ask me all the questions you want to ask me about the program. I'm going to be walking you through all the steps and telling you all about what we cover inside the program and how it's going to be a game changer for you. All right. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure as always. I will be back this time next week with episode 101. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Thank you for joining me today to celebrate this magnificent milestone. I'll see you next time, or hear you next time, speak to you next time, depending on how you are experiencing this incredibly valuable episode. All right, I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.